Hey guys, what's up? C06, I'm Cody06 Plays here, and welcome back to another video. Now, where am I at? I'm in the countryside, as you can see out there. I'm in the woods. So, yeah. Here's my good old mini bike. Well, today, it's not really about the mini bike. Mini bike will get fixed eventually. Today I'm going to be doing a lawn mowing video, yes. My first one, I don't even know at this point. Well, today, guess what I'm going to be using to cut grass? That's right. The good old-fashioned John Deere. Now, this is a John Deere GX 1320. Well, it's a 1992 model. So, it's about 34 years old. Now, I'm going to be using this to cut basically all of that back there. I have belief it will ride and it will cut grass very smooth because this backyard's pretty big. Yeah. I'm going to save a spot for this mower that's in here. I'm going to save a little spot for this thing. I'm going to show you guys how dangerous that one is. But, yeah, this is my 1992 John Deere GX 1320 48-inch walk-behind mower with a Kawasaki FC420V. So, as you can see right there on the tag, oh, can't touch the muffler. Right there, FC420V. Now, it's a good machine. I bought it used. Took 3 hours to go get there and get it. And 3 hours back home with it. Well, yeah. Today I'm going to be using it to cut all of this grass right here. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I brought my bike up too, so I might be using that later too, so yeah. And I got stuff on my legs. Yeah, it comes with a Sulky. Nice two-wheel Sulky for me to stand on. Even though it's bigger than my feet, but, you know, yeah. So, what else? I believe it has a 6-gallon tank. It might be a little bit larger than a 6-gallon, but I'm gonna just say it's a 6-gallon. So here's the stuff right there. This is how you can tell it's a 92 because of that. The 02 right there indicates that it's a 92 model or a 92. So yeah, I did my research on the year of that one. So, it's also got, I'm going to show you guys this part, which no one's ever seen before, the blades. Now, this has, I believe these are gator blades, and the edges of that are sharp, like, ooh, sharp. Yeah, these got gator blades, but they work. What else? It's got the original stock belt for this. It's also got, you know, spray painted pulleys, all in yellow. Right there, there, and right there. And then, of course, your 3 idler ones for, you know, tension to belt. See, this is what makes it unique. No other version says this on the front of it, except for this version. Here's your height. It's at 3 inches right now, which this thing can do 4 inches, but I dropped it to 3 just because I like it. Here's your hand crank for the deck. See, so the way you control this, you turn which way you turn it. So to turn it this way, it lowers it, and I believe to turn it this way, I don't know if you can see that. It raises it. So no one gets confused. Doing it this way drops it. So turn it to the left, drop it, and then turn it to the right. Even though this one doesn't have the original crank, it's just this one's a replacement, but it still works. And turn it this way, you have like, you turn it this way, it raises the deck. Then you turn it this way, it drops it. So like again, I'm gonna drop it back down to where it was. As you can see, I don't want to drop it too low because this part will, I don't want this and the entire deck. Well, that's why you can also adjust the scalp wheels with a little pin right there. You got a pin right there on this one side. And I think, well, they're two different sides, and this one's a little different. You have to do this one differently. But yeah, crank works very good. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be having it where it's at. I don't want it to like fully, I don't want the deck to like fully come in contact with the ground. I want it to be like, I'm trying to do this, so like, I know not to like, maybe I adjusted it a little too low. No. Anyways, this is how the cool crank works on it. I'm gonna put it back to where it was, and then I'll fix it later before I start mowing. So, in the engine, it's a Kawasaki FC420V. It's a 14 horsepower. I did a couple adjustments to that as well. Well, today I actually had to fix. Well, it took me and my dad to fix it, but you know, we had to put a new tube on this tire, so that's why it looks inflated. And you know, I was test driving it when we put it back together, and the wheel did not fall off, so that's a good thing. Here's the muffler to the engine. It is unlike any other one I've seen. No other one has this little circle on it, because behind it is actually the original thing. Oh, and there's your little spark plug. So, brand new stuff wise on this, which I forgot to mention in my last video, is a new fuel filter. That's the fuel filter. A new oil filter, a new air filter, and of course the spark plug's new on it. And yeah, pretty much it's good operating condition. Obviously it's a pistol grip, so I'm gonna take you up here. Obviously your key, which I didn't think it came with this nice little John Deere thing on it, so yeah, it's pretty cool. PTO, your hour meter, this is your oil drainage light. So this light will turn on when you run out of oil, I believe. And then of course your independent choke. Obviously this kind of works almost like a belt drive. Of course it's gear driven, so you got reverse, neutral, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your throttle. Oh shit, this thing's hot. Your throttle right here, this one just has that. And then of course your levers. Pull them down just like that. Although this one is a little custom made, while this one is just the original. And then this one, it just works just like a snowblower that you see at Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. Works just the same way. You pull this in, and it will go that way. And then you pull this one in, it will go that way. So it's pretty easy. And then of course the two-wheel Sulky. It's a pretty nice little Sulky, I would say, in my opinion. So yeah, 2 wheels, got both sides fixed. Actually, this one was the one that had a flat inner tube. So we fixed that one, and then we put the new inner tube on that one. Yeah, that's pretty much a John Deere. Here's a gas tank. This gas tank, you will not be, so if you were to mess this gas tank up, you would not be able to find another gas tank like this ever again, unless you would have to get a whole new unit and replace the gas tank. But you know, here we take a look of what's inside. I think it's pretty just normal. Now, when I was looking at it yesterday in the dark, because it was dark yesterday, it looked green. Now it's kind of like darkish bluish. So, let's see inside. I don't know if I should refill it for this video, or I should keep it where it's at, but I'm not sure. But it works. So yeah. I think I pretty much went over the entire mower this time that I couldn't explain last time. Oh yeah. Also got a nice little fancy zip tie on my mower. Don't know where that's from though, but it just exists. Caster wheels are good. They both work as they should. Obviously scalp wheels work as they should, except one of them has a little crack in it, and I'm able to show that. See, they spin as usual. Well, I can only spin this one because it's, yeah. But yeah, it's got a little crack right there. But other than that, the whole scalp wheel is just completely fine. And I could get the same exact scalp wheels for this. I could get the same, tire for that, possibly the same caster wheel in the scalp wheels. However, I will not be able to find these spindles. So yeah, obviously, this is the original mowing belt on it, and it's pretty tight. See, I'm moving it. It's a lot of weight. PTO works good, transmission works good. I won't be able to show those, unfortunately, because they're underneath the engine, this part of the mower. So, it's kind of cool how this one's set up, because it was made in the 90s. So, yeah. I think it's a pretty cool machine. I bought it, again, for like $1,000, and I think it was a good deal. And I got it in New York, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, the hour meter on this machine, 1,549 hours. When the first day I got this, and I was testing it a couple times, I believe this hour meter does not work, because I've ran this thing today, and I ran it, a month ago, and that hour meter did not switch a number. So, might be a broken hour meter, or just, just doesn't work correctly. The PTO works, though, that's for sure. I don't know about this light, though, because I haven't seen what it happens. So, yeah. Again, pretty cool machine. It goes pretty fast. Like, once you hit 5th gear with this thing goes. It kind of goes faster than the riding mower, which is in there. But you get the point. It's really fast. And I think when I use it later, I'll show you what it does on third gear, because back here, like I said, back here it's pretty big. So third gear would obviously be the way to go. So yeah. So anyways, that's the John Deere. I think I'm gonna have fun using it later to cut some grass. So yee. Alright, let's get this thing started up. You know? Yeah. Alright. Turn key on. Put choke up. Like that. And I'll put you guys down here. If I can. I'll put you guys right there. I think that's a good view. Alright, let's get this thing started up. It started up super easy. One pull, you know? Alright. I'm gonna show you what the blades do. Yep. There goes the blades. Alright. Takes a while for them to go. Alright. I'm gonna go set you guys up somewhere and then we'll start mowing. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, I don't know how much y'all are gonna see. I'm gonna try my best to hold this thing up as best as possible, so yeah. I think right there should be good. I have faith it'll stay. Let's see what happens. was amazing. Wow. See, this thing can cut tall grass. Alright, I think I'm gonna try to do the front now. So, yeet. Alright, I'm gonna try to set you guys up where you guys can see. But I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. So, yeah, I'm trying to find a place to kind of, I don't know, that's the best I can do. So, yeah. Wow. That was a lot. See? I like using this thing a lot. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool sewing machine for a landscaper like me. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to set my phone right here again. I don't know how much y'all can see, like. I'm going to go and put some more grass. Wow. That was a lot of mowing. Now he's just gonna get that little piece with the tractor. I'm probably gonna end up putting this thing away because I'm gonna get out the push mower and show you what that thing does, which is all the way in Maine. So yeah, so it was pretty cool today. Yeah, hour meter still doesn't work. I've been looking at it, doesn't even work. So that's all right. This PTO had a little bit of a moment where it didn't engage. I was like, what's going on? And yeah, pretty cool moment. Alright guys, now we're gonna use the push mower. This thing is heavy. Oh yeah, and if you guys can't see what I did, yeah, we don't talk about that. That was an accident. Oh shit. That guy's heavy. It's hard to do it one-handed. Oh shit, is the wheel falling off? That wheel better not be falling off. God damn it. That's the worst thing possible. Now, I'm gonna go set you guys back up where you were originally. Probably just modify my spot a little bit. Think right there. No, that shit ain't gonna work too well. Oh no, you guys won't be able to see too well. No, I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't know. It could work. Alright. Well, before we get started, that mower over there likes to throw grass, so I'm gonna put these on for eye protection. So, yeah. Also, if you can't hear in the background, my dad's mowing. I'll take a video of him later, probably. Alright, let's get to mowing. This one might start up a little different. And this one might start up, you know, yeah. Nope, got right. That's pretty cool. Now it should start up. but it does the job. I don't know. Alright, let's continue. Alright, hold on. Alright, we're clear. Alright. First time I'm actually doing this. Oh, sorry, golf cart. This thing's a monster. Whoops, sorry house, or 2-car garage. It's not easy engaging the self-propel with one hand. It's really difficult. Got it in the ditch. Oh, now it was. Yeah, self-propelled's broke on this one. Not really, but it just, yeah. Now we get the edge. Look at that. might get all that with my walk behind. So I might just put the push mower away again. So yeah. Pretty much all done. With the push mower at least. Yeah. And that is why you wear these when you use this one. Or in my opinion. Always wear these when you, because you never know. A rock could hit back any second. So, I think I'm gonna hop back on my walk behind. I don't know if you guys can see it because of how dirty my phone is. So I'm gonna hop back on this and then go help my dad some more. So, yee. Alright, I'm gonna get this section real quick with the walk behind. So, it might be short, so, yee. See, I told you. Alright, I don't know how we're gonna picture this, but it's the best I can do. So, we'll see how far this works. sounds good. Again. Alright, now I'm going to take it back there where he's mowing. So, yeah. I'm going to find a place to sit you guys at, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, let's go back to mowing. now, gotta help them all the way down there now. So, yeet. Alright. Catch you when I get to the next spot. Alrighty guys, I think the last area. Let's see what the John Deere can do. Hold on, I'm gonna set you guys up a little better. Like, right there now. thing blew a lot of grass. Woo! Phone's a little covered. Alright. I think for the most part, I think that's pretty much it. So I'll meet you guys back at the house for the outro, I think. But it did pretty good today. Good trusted 14 horsepower Kawasaki FC420. Very good horsepower. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna finish out mowing this whole thing. Alright, now the grass is all done. So I'm gonna put this away now. So, yeah. Alright guys, we're done here, so I guess I can shut her down. So, yeah. Can't really touch it because it's hot. Look at all the lamp at the front of it. Look at that. The good old John Deere did its thing today. It probably has grass in the PTO, so I don't know. He's just doing the leftover bits that I'm gonna give this a break because I think the PTO overheated. Yes, what happened was this PTO wasn't engaging a couple times, so I was like, it probably overheated because it is electric, so electricity and this could overheat. That's probably what happened. So, yeah. Anyways, he's done now, so, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And maybe I'll do another one of these types of videos again. So, yeah. Oh, it did a backfire. Alright. Peace out, y'all.